Okay, so this is issue 22 of G.I. Joe, and we have a new threat brought into the Energon Universe, which is really, really cool. Um, so Cobra Commando's got his sword, which he retrieved from Scarlet and that lot um, last issue, and basically says to Destro, right, you need to be, you can't be shutting it all off. You need to go out because, you need to get your hands dirty, effectively. It's like, well, take people you trust because we don't want the bad things to happen to you, like nearly happened to me that time. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So go out there, go and find this energon source that I've tracked down. Off you go. Then we get this little flashback, which doesn't look like a flashback. It just says London, but it's basically Risk is like a risk assessor, effectively on this raid, and it goes horribly wrong. And he's actually made a mistake, and all of his squad's wiped out. And obviously that's a nightmare. He wakes up and Baroness is there. And it's like, oh, you can't disturb him while sleeping, all this kind of stuff. Anyway, they get to this place. This abandoned town, and no one's about. And this is what is this? This is Stalker, Baroness, and Risk. And they see this weird creature, which I don't know if I actually explain what this is because I don't think I've seen anything with red eyes. But anyway, they see this weird creature off in a distance, and they think it's obviously Cobra. So they take a shoot at it, and it runs off. And as they go into this building, they see the three Cobra people, and they basically go, "Oh, so it was you." And Cobra go, "Oh no, it wasn't. You were just trying to trick us." And they, "Oh, whoops, sorry." So they actually realise that there's something else in these ruins. Um, yeah, and it doesn't go well. So they start having a bit of a scrap. Meanwhile, as they're doing so, um, these tentacles come ripping out this darkness and drag off the Cobra chap. And Risk kind of sees it and follows him inside. And it turns out this guy is kind of charge of him, Diatech, and I can't remember what his name is, but that's usual for me. So he's apparently can create these illusions that draw from people's memories. So I don't quite know why tentacles. Maybe it's not always for people's memories. So shockingly enough, as Risk goes in there, he sees the dead people of his team as ghosts that obviously can attack him. Now, presumably, these are not illusions. These are kind of like effectively hard-like constructs. I'd say this is probably because otherwise, it's going to be they're going to be quite crappy if they start stabbing and shooting you and they actually don't do any damage. And I think I've seen previews of the next issue where Risk is actually punching them, so it's obviously unless it's all in the mind. But I think these are actually going to be Energon created constructs. I mean, we've got Mirage. Mirage can create an illusion of himself. So I mean, why can't we use other tech that does the same thing? Would make sense. You just need effectively holograms. Um, so yeah, so this is really cool. So I like this. This is good. It's nice seeing the kind of they both turn up at the same time and go, oh, you're obviously doing something. No, it's not. It's you. And it obviously brings another party into the group that's involved in the conflict. We've always got Zartan already that's causing these issues and the Dreadnoks. This is somebody else. So it's not also nice the idea that Energon has been around for all this time and nobody's taken advantage of it until now. It's like, yeah, no, other people have found it and they're actually using it for their own devices. And obviously, Mask is another thing that's coming up. That's obviously Energon based theoretically, or at least Transformers based. So yeah, this was a good issue. Really enjoyed this one. So yeah, looking forward to see what happens with this story. But all in all, good stuff. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can say about this one. I'm looking forward to see what happens with Mask in June. But with the end of Energon, not Energon, Quintessence War as well, that's obviously going to Earth, so that'd be somebody else messing around on Earth. I think there's a lot of stuff they've got planned for G.I. Joe that's going to, and Energon Universe and Transformers that's actually going to keep this thing shook up, and it's quite nice. So yeah, all in all, yeah, we're now 20 issues into G.I. Joe, roughly the 30 issues odd into Transformers. I think this has been a really, really good, solid series of books. They've been really, really, really cool. So yeah, still looking forward to Snake Eyes appearing, and if it doesn't, I should be very, very disappointed. But I think that would be the one that can, there's going to be a hyper important book. They're not just going to sneak him in at the back end of some crappy story, probably. But then again, we've kind of said that with Void Rivals and Jetfire appeared. So there you go. Anyway, that's enough rambling for now. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I will see you on another video very, very soon. Bye bye.